च नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टाप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय, श्री गौरता की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन पंचतत्व की जय, गोपाल की जय जय। थैंक यू। जय श्री जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। Hare Krishna. So on this auspicious day, we'll try to describe Advaita Acharya, which is so unlimited. But we'll look at some of the points previously we discussed also many times. So Advaita Acharya Prabhu, his glories are being described from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal. And these are three primary books. One is written by Lochan Das Thakur. There, Lochan Das Thakur is describing how Advaita Acharya Prabhu appeared in a special way. So, one day in Sutra Kanda, there are 4 Kandas, Adi Kanda, Madhya Kanda, Antya Kanda. All these books. In 3 books, this is how it is. Beginning life, middle life, ending life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But here also there is additional Sutra Kanda in Chaitanya Mangal of Lochan Das Thakur. He is describing how it all started before even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descending, before Advaita Acharya descending. So what is how did it happen? So that is being described, how Narada Muni is going and meeting Lord Vishnu, so Lord Brahma, so all those are being described. There, about Gauranga's associates being described by Lochan Das Thakur. Similarly, it is also described in Advaita Prakash, translated by His Holiness Subhag Swami Maharaj. There also similar description is there, special way so that we understand. Advaita Acharya Prabhu is being mentioned there that one day Maheshwar or Sadasiv was thinking, he was discussing with his wife, consort, Yogamaya, Mahamaya, Durga Devi or Katyayani, Parvati, different names are there. He was discussing in Kali Yuga, people are so much in ignorance and sinful activities, how to deliver them. So this was the discussion. Then, being very compassionate, this is the first point. From Advaita Acharya's life, we will take some of the points. First point is the compassion. So they both were discussing, and then they decided now what we should do. So that means we should bring the Lord to deliver these fallen souls in Kali Yuga. So then Lord Shiva, Sadasiv, started meditating, he went to causal ocean, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, is where he resides, Mahavishnu. There he went and prayed for 700 years. Whether it's a demigod years, whether our years, it is not mentioned. If it is there, it must be, very long time. It may not be in our years, but we don't know. That explicitly it didn't say, but 700 years. He was offering his prayers, he was intensely absorbed in, prayers. Then Lord appeared, Lord was speaking to Sadasiv. Then suddenly, so he said, you are non-different from me. Lord Mahavishnu said, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu to Sadasiv, that you are non-different from me. And then after that, suddenly, so there was a beautiful form combined, became Advaita Acharya. Mahavishnu and Sadasiv combination, merged into one form. So that's how Advaita Acharya has appeared. So this is even before appearing, this pastime has happened. This is described in Advaita Prakash in in Lochan Das Thakur is also describing similar to that. And the Lord Shiva here has been explained, he having a 5 heads, Panchamukha Shiva. And he is also explained that with his son Skanda is having 6 heads he had. So they appeared. So in this, when it comes to Bhama, so material world, when the Lord appears, Advaita Acharya appeared to Kuvera Pandit, who was a Kuvera himself. He was offering his prayers to have Lord Shiva as his son, intensely praying. That is the next instruction for us. First instruction is compassion. So all we as a human being, we should be compassionate for others. Even if you put bhakti on the side, we should be compassionate for others, not only just for ourselves, our family, but extended family, others outside. Not only extended family, but others as well. As a devotee is even more compassionate. So nature, as Srila Prabhupada has described, as in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is describing, Ya idam paramam guhyam mad bhaktesu abhidhasyati. 18.68, 69. Natya tasmat manushyes kashyan me priyakritama. One who distributes my knowledge, my holy name, my pastimes, my qualities, he will become the dearmost. There is no one in this world who is more dear than that person. So some of us may like to distribute prasadam, some of us like to distribute kirtan, holy name, some of us like to distribute books, some of us like to distribute maybe by speaking the glories as a class, or some of us maybe like to do all of them. So depending on the interest and depending on the mood, so we can try to cultivate, try to distribute this so that we can please Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master and Parampara Acharyas and Sadasiva and Mahavishnu, Advaita Acharya and Panchatattva will be pleased as well. The second instruction is prayers. So as in this world, Kuvera Pandit was praying, intensely absorbed, and his wife was Labha Devi, same, Durga Devi, here Labha Devi, Kuvera Pandit, Kuvera Acharya mentioned. So when they prayed, then Lord appeared, Lord Shiva, as appeared as son. So to Kuvera Pandit, he was called Kamalaksha. In another place in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this has been described also in Adi Leela, chapter 12, I think, chapter 12, Glories of Advaita Acharya. There it is described, Mangala is another name. Mangala Gunadhama is very auspicious. Advaita Acharya, Mahavishnu, Sadasiva, both are very auspicious. As soon as we utter their name itself, we are purified. So both. So in that way, another name is used. Kamalaksha, Mangala, another name. And when he was initiated, he was studied under the Madhavendra Puri. It has been mentioned in these 2 books as well. And then later on, he was initiated by Madhavendra Puri as well, Advaita Acharya. So that's how the name was given, Advaita Acharya. And then when we go to the Adi Leela, in the beginning, I think verse number, I'm forgetting, I think 11 and 12, I think. After Nityananda Prabhu's glories, after 6 verses, 5 verses describing 11, and then 12, 13 is Advaita Acharya. There it is Mahavishnu Jagat Karta, Maya Srijati Yada, Tasyava Avataram Evayam, Advaita Acharya Iswara is Iswara principle. Prabhupada explains. Iswara principle is, many Iswaras are there, but this Iswara is also been empowered. Power of attorney has been taken. That is the next principle. Second one is prayers, as Kuvera has prayed. Even when Advaita Acharya, when this material, when he was born also, he himself again prayed. That was happened in the past. What to do for the solution for Kali Yuga. Now he has appeared as Advaita Acharya, as a Kamalaksha. And when he, so after some time, then he prayed by offering Shaligrama Sila worship, Tulsi leaves, with Ganga Jal. He is intensely praying to bring Lord Krishna himself down. To distribute Krishna Prema by chanting this holy name, distributing holy name and Krishna Prema to everybody else. So that is from that we get the instruction is prayers. Not only pray for us, but pray for others. Even those who are inimical, envious, atheist, whoever they may be, we pray for others. Naturally, then we build this generosity, we build the humility, we build many wonderful qualities automatically will develop, because we are trying to become soft, more and more soft. And these are the qualities which Lord likes, as we saw in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse number 13 to 20. Lord Krishna is describing Advaita Sarvabhutana, Maitra Karana Yavacha, Nirmamo Nirhankar Samudukka Kshami, Santusto Satatam Yogi, Yatatma Dudam Mayapita Mano Buddhin Mame Yo Mad Bhakta Semepe. Describing 8 verses, describing the qualities which are very dear to him, Lord Krishna. So that's prayers is very important. As Prabhupada has showed, all the acharyas, intense prayers, all these songs we are singing, you can understand their mood and mission, you can understand their prayers, intensity of their prayers. So this is also one of the qualities we should develop. If we don't know anything, we can use Hare Krishna Mahamantra as prayers, but we can use our personal prayers for a specific, we can pray to specific personalities or spiritual masters, Prabhupada, Sri Gaurnitai, Panchatattva, and Lord Narsingadev, so 6 Goswamis, any Anardas if you want to. Prabhupada writes, Abhishta Puran, we should offer prayers to 6 Goswamis who can remove all the obstacles on our path. Anartha Nivritti, we can quickly come out of it. So these are the things we have to learn from Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas. They teach by the example. Because Prabhupada himself prayed in Advaita Bhavan, Prabhupada himself prayed Radha Damodar Mandir in front of Rupa Goswami Samadhi, many months and days crying intensely. Guru has given, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur has given instructions to preach in the Western world. I have no idea what is to be done, how it is to be done, how this is possible. So they have revealed, and then that's how things manifested. So Acharya is showing how to do it. Here also Advaita Acharya, that's why he is Acharya. First is Acharan, he himself is doing it, and then is preaching it. He himself, after he learned from Madhavendra Puri, he taught Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishwarupa and Vishwambar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his brother used to go and attend the classes of Advaita Acharya. So he himself taught these devotion principles, bhakti. That's why it's Harina Advaita Acharyam Bhakti Samsanat. That's why he's Acharya. He's taught by his personal example. So we should also have to do the same thing. So the compassion, the prayers, and then set an example ourselves so that the children can follow, our family members can follow. They may take time, but let it be so. Under the, whenever Guru and Krishna is pleased, they may take it up immediately or later. But at least we should set an example so that others can also follow at some point of time. It will help. Definitely family members will get the credit if the one family member becomes a nice devotee. That is there already. So through Advaita Acharya we learn. So he simply prayed, and that's how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the spiritual world. The pastime there, that's how the Lord said, okay, I will appear like this. And then we see when he has appeared here also, he taught personally. So that's how Prabhupada explained 2 classes he has given in 12th and 13th verses. He is explaining the Isvara principle. One has to be, that is another instruction. One should be empowered by someone. Don't try to falsely proud. One should be empowered by another Acharya, Sadhu, advanced devotee, spiritual master. One should be under the guidance to do anything, chanting, hearing, service, many things we do. So for all these things one should be empowered, and we should be in touch with Paramatma. We should pray simple things. We don't need to discuss with spiritual master. At least we can, if time is there, if he has time, then we can ask. But ideally we should discuss. We pray to Paramatma, Chaitya Guru. Many of these things, what is to be done, how it is to be done, even small things also. Any important thing, definitely we should discuss with the spiritual master. It's important. Power of attorney, authorization. Krishna Sekti Nahi Vina Tarinam Prachar. Krishna Sekti Nahi Vina Tarinam Pravartan. Multiple places you will see Srila Prabhupada is quoting this. That means without empowered by the previous Acharya, spiritual master, Supreme Lord, one cannot transform their heart. One cannot even chant the holy name properly. These things are mentioned. Same thing Advaita Acharya Prabhu is following himself in his own. Madhavendra Puri was empowered by, and the spiritual world he himself was inviting. He went into Lord and prayed, and Lord, even though he has capacity to give, Mahavishnu has capacity to give bhakti, at that Shanta Dasya, Aishwarya Bhav. But again, Krishna Prema means Krishna himself has to come. So in this way we understand the next aspect of his, as he grew up and then he taught these bhakti principles, expert in presenting the Bhakti Shastra. And then later on we can see also that many pastimes are there of Advaita Acharya and Sadasiv. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself considered him as a master, but Advaita Acharya Prabhu never considered. One time Advaita Acharya, even they went to even Vrindavan, Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya also one time. The one devotee used to be very offensive. Not one devotee, Brahmana, used to criticize many devotees, many offenses used to do. Then Advaita Acharya Prabhu, when he went there, he heard, even in front of him, he was doing the same thing. Then Advaita Acharya became very angry and upset. Immediately, he showed his four-handed form. So Lord Narayana, because Mahavishnu and Sadasiva combination, he showed his a special form and ready to release his Sudarshan Chakra. And then by seeing that form, he completely became terrified and he prayed, please forgive me. Knowingly or unknowingly I have done so many things, please forgive me. Then he became very compassionately said, now no more, you have done enough, so now don't do any of this criticism. So start following the principles, respecting the Vaishnavas, and so then in this way we can understand Advaita Acharya Prabhu. So he's teaching again, because pure devotee always teaches by example. He cannot tolerate, especially criticizing the Lord may tolerate his criticizing him, but Lord will never tolerate his devotees, because he is controlled by his devotees, especially his pure devotees, as we saw in Durvas Muni's example, as we saw in many others example. When his devotees are criticized, then Lord will never tolerate, as Prahlad Maharaj by Hiranyakashipu, not nothing they had to appear. So like this, many examples are there. So in this way we can understand, and we understand the next principle. Many are there. Many we are trying to put in the points as compassion, prayer, setting an example, and empowerment, power of attorney. Next we'll come to the ideal Grihastha. Advaita Acharya Prabhu and Sita Thakurani is explained as also as I think if I remember correctly as I think Durga Devi. So I'll have to confirm that again. So she both together work together, and from the birth, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was born till the last, you will see that continuously always they are the first, always they are there to serve the Lord. When the Lord was born, they both came together with various paraphernalia to offer, to worship the Lord, to greet the Lord, to serve the Lord, service mentality, service mood with absorption. As this morning class also describing, yesterday's class also describing, we added our point, then we put an example of Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj's example also, where we mentioned the consistency, quality, it goes above consistency, quality, above quality you have affection, love. So it goes again and again. Then our Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj puts in a little more nicer way. Everybody has to move his hands. You have to work means first you have to use your hands to serve the Lord, and then next you have to put your head, your attention. So first you work, you do something, but you may not be attentive. So you have to put your head. After that you have to put your heart. You have to put your heart. That means love. So head, heart, and head. No, hand and head and heart. Consistency, quality, and affection. So these things are very important. And Advaita Acharya Prabhu is teaching by personal example. Both of them, consistency, quality, and love and affection was very much intense, not intense. So from his birth, that's how he served. Later on, he invited, before sannyas, he invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He cooked so many items that you can't even imagine. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, anybody who cooks like this, so many hundreds of socks, so many cakes, so many sweets, so even the mukwas, after that massaging his feet, intense, absorbed service to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, how they served. together. Wife is cooking, Advaita brought all the items, assisting in cutting. How a grahastha should serve each other, tolerate each other, work together, serve together. So, like this. If one is taking care of this, the other can wake up and chant, the other can do later. It just cooperate, serve. We have to understand these principles so that then we can develop bhakti. We learn from each other, serve each other. So as a grahastha, this is how. As we can see, many of them, our Vaishesik Prabhu is there, our Ambaresh Prabhu is there. So many grahastha as a guru, spiritual masters also are there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, most of the associates, grahasthas only. We cannot say, no, I am grahastha Prabhu, I can't do many things. This is problem, that is a problem. But we can see in the Advaita Acharya Prabhu's example, wonderfully serving together. When he met first time also, he told, let us go, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Ramai Pandit. What is the time? How many minutes? Maybe 5 more minutes? Yeah. Advaita Acharya Prabhu was, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Ramai Pandit, Siva's brother, 4 brothers, go and call Advaita Acharya. Tell him that I am the Lord whom he called for. Nada, Narayan, Nada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has nicknames. So, for Advaita Acharya, Jagannath, Jaga, Gaga, so used to use nicknames also, for Lord Jagannath also. With intensity, absorption. So Lord used to do that. Sometimes we will be called with nicknames as well by family or by devotees. So this is out of love, affection. So this is good to have these things. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called and Ramai Pandit went and told Advaita Acharya jumping and dancing as he heard that his Lord has appeared and is calling me. Then he told wife, let's go. Then they took all the paraphernalia. So it's an important principle. When we come to temple before the festival, bring various items, boga or fruits, flowers, whatever is possible. Try to plan and try to bring. It is for our own purification. So it will help. We develop this attachment. And naturally, all the material benefits anyway will be given. That is without a doubt, as we are serving the Lord. Lord is Vishwambar, who is the maintainer, and definitely He will give much more than. So it is our duty as servants, as part and parcel, we should serve. So he took all the paraphernalia to. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sitting on, in Siva's Angan, Siva's house, on Vishnu throne. But Advaita Acharya told, okay, you go back. I want to test. See if he is my Lord or not. I will sit and I will hide and see what he will say. If he knows, if he tells, then I will see he is my Lord. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told when Ramai Pandit, so what did he tell? He told you that he is going to test me. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood and explained. Then he conveyed, Ramai Pandit conveyed Nandana Acharya's house. He was hiding. Ramai Pandit went and told this is what has happened. So then he understood, then he started jumping and then went back to Siva's Angan. So this pastime is described in multiple places. In Lochan Das Thakur is describing in a different way. One time there was a dream. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling this dream to Sachi Mata. There he had a flute on one hand, he had a club in another hand, then he had a bow in another hand, he had a lotus flower in another hand. This is how he saw Lord Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In his dream he saw this form. Then he was relating this to Sachi Mata. This is how our Lochan Das Thakur is describing in Madhyalila or Antilila, chapter 5 I think, Antilila. Or Madhyalila I think, describing then, don't reveal this dream to anybody else. As soon as this discussion was over, then Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu came. Then he saw this beautiful form. So then, so he could understand. So Lord is showing this beautiful form. He could see it as well. Then Advaita Acharya Prabhu also came. So he worshipped the Lord. So again he served, he brought his wherever, whenever he went to the Lord, you will always see him taking the he never went alone. So that is the principle also for us. Whenever we come to temple, whenever we go to visit sadhu, whenever we go to see the Guru, we always take something. So because we are meant to serve sadhu, Guru, Vaishnava and the Lord. So that's why it is a general principle. As Gajendra showed, even though he didn't add anything, he picked up a lotus flower, offered to Lord Vishnu, even when he was in the most difficult, he is about to die. Even at that time also. So it is a very important principle. Many principles are there in Advaita Acharya Prabhu's, we can extract. Pastimes are there for sure. So then Lord Advaita Acharya worshipped and ecstatic dancing, kirtan went for 4-5 days. Okay, you all go back now, so come tomorrow. We'll continue this kirtan festival for days, few more days. Then while going, everybody was distressed. Oh, we have to go back home. I thought we were having a bliss. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called all of them back. Okay, Nitai, you have to give your kaupin. I want to distribute to all of them. Then he took the kaupin of Nityananda, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and he distributed to all of them, all the associates. So Advaita Acharya Prabhu was in great ecstasy. So like this, many other pastimes are there of Advaita Acharya. One time he was he was performing this kirtan, and Srivas Thakur mentioned that Srivas Thakur telling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I have a doubt, but I don't know whether if I ask you, then you may say something. I don't know. I should ask or not. No, tell. Then Srivas said, is your duty? Advaita Acharya, is your duty? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became really angry. What kind of question is this? Don't you know that Akrura and Uddhava was great devotees? You think Advaita Acharya is lesser than them? You don't know who's Advaita Acharya? So you think one can understand me, one can attain me with karma and jnana? Is that what you are saying? You don't know who's Advaita Acharya? Is Sadasiv? So is Mahavishnu. Don't do this attached to the karma and jnana. Only I can be attained by Krishna prema. No karma, no jnana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed this pastime with Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, and so with other devotees were there. This pastime was there. So I think our time is up. There are many pastimes goes on, but we will end here. But many principles